All right, this is What's on the Music Stand. And so today on the music stand is Hymns for Accordion. This is published by Hal Leonard, easily available, still in publication. The hymns in the book are arranged by Gary Meisner. I have already placed some of the hymns in here, so let's take a closer look here. Amazing Grace. I play this version in here. Come the Fount of Every Blessing. I play the version in here. Let's see. It is Well With My Soul. I've learned from this book. The Old Rugged Cross, I know parts of it. I haven't finished learning that one. Rock of Ages, I learned from this book. So it's a great book. The arrangements, I really like all of the arrangements. But what we're currently working on in this book is, let me get there. This is My Father's World. And this is a hymn that's, I was raised in the Church of Christ, went to church 3 times a week typically, and it's a cappella singing in the Church of Christ. This is one of my favorite songs. I think it's also, I would say that it's also in my dad's top 5. I remember him humming and singing this song around the house quite a bit. So it's one I've always wanted to learn, and so I've been working on that quite a bit recently. I probably have 2 weeks in on it. So it's in the key of E flat major, which I think is what the original is in. At least when I looked at my songbook, my church songbook, that was also in E flat major. It has some really neat bass that I like, that just harmonizes well with the right hand. We'll listen to that in just a bit. So when I'm learning a song, a few different approaches, probably not unique to me. A lot of musicians do it this way. Of course, want to know what key it's in, so I know, what the black keys are going to be that I'm going to be using. I take a look first at the right hand usually and go through it alone. I look at and of course, Gary doesn't put, the one weakness of Gary's books is that Gary does not put fingering in. So to me, I think it's a great exercise once you've played accordion for a few years to have to work through that and figure out what's best for your hand and how you would do the fingering. But it adds a little more time to it. So I wouldn't mind if you put a few, at least, suggestions in there along the way. This one I've had to figure out on my own. He does for the bass every now and then, but not too often. So I go through the right hand, play it through, get some comfortable fingering that I like. Once I have the fingering kind of dialed in, then I'll play it through several times, just right hand. So my right hand's comfortable when I bring in the left hand. I look at the left hand and look for tricky spots. The hymns always have kind of some neat harmonizing in them. So it's not just a standard, dun dun dun, bass chord. There's much more to it than that. So I look for then I will play through the left hand alone as well to get comfortable with how that sounds, and then finally I'll put them together. And then overall, I do that in very small chunks. All those parts I do in small chunks. The right hand, then the left hand, and then together. And so I broke this song up into, you can break it up into almost these first 2 measures here with the intro or the lead in. I did not do the intro. I usually save that for last. It's usually from the chorus or something in there. And then worked on the next 2 or 3 measures, just as many measures at a time as you need. And then once you get good at a measure, don't go back and keep playing that measure. That's not how you learn. You have to go play the difficult stuff. And so this part, the first part of the song was easier to me than the second part. And so I had to make sure I focus my time on this, as opposed to what you want to do is play what you play well, which is, for me, was the first part. So I had to make myself practice the second part more. So let's take a look at it a bit more. I'm going to put on the accordion. I have the Wurlitzer today, strapped on, about to be strapped on. I think the Wurlitzer has a really nice voice for the accordion music. When it's in like what I think is this violin type voice. So it's that sound. But this is where we are, and this is my father's world. So I've learned obviously just the verse. I haven't learned the chorus yet. Working on that right now currently. But what I really like about the Gary songs, the Gary arrangements are some of those, let me widen this out a bit if I can. The way he does the left hand. And so, for example, this is how the song starts. It starts, there's a 2-note lead in here. Da-da. Let me make sure I'm in the right spot here. Down here. So again, that's when you put that with the right hand, and again, that's just one measure with a lead in. And often I'll just practice one measure at a time. So he does stuff like that that sounds really nice. I think the best part of this song, though, is the next measure, or I guess maybe the third measure from here. This is what the right hand's doing. And so while that's, the left hand is, during that part, the left hand is, let me get it right. So again, that's, and if you were not to play that legato, if you were going to just totally separate that out, it would be. So they harmonize so well together there. I'll play them together. Whoops. Hit the switch. Okay, that was This Is My Father's World. Let me play a few more songs that are from Hymns for Accordion. Okay, that was This Is My Father's World, which hopefully I'll have a performance video in a few weeks. But let me play a few other songs from hymns for accordion that I've learned. All right, that was Rock of Ages. Do Amazing Grace. Let's try it this way. All right, Amazing Grace. Let me switch to the Sano. Do, I think, 2 more. This is Oh, the Fount of Every Blessing. They want that as an organ. Let's see. All right. And then let's do It Is Well With My Soul. That's how they want that. I think I want that a little higher. that's it from what's on the stand, what's on the music stand. Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time.